Hey everyone, welcome back. Yeah, I started a bit later than I normally would. Things happened. Had to go to some calling hours for a friend. Their relative of theirs died, so yeah. They were a friend of mine. The person whose relative died, obviously. I just had to be there for them. But yeah, things happened. Had a little late dinner. So yeah, that's why I'm a bit late. The calling hours were very quick, but we had dinner at like 6. So, anyways, well, as you can tell by the title, wherever it is, we will be doing the Ace Attorney Investigations demo, or the Ace Attorney Investigations demo. I'm definitely excited to get to it, especially the second game. Anyways, let's jump right in. Yep, we're well aware of this fact. Anyways, now we can continue from where we left off. Oh, and the interesting thing is, oh, hang on. Yep, just had to check. So yeah, I was a bit of a dummy. It's the safe we need to present here. I was on a bit of a time. Can you blame me? I was on a time crunch.
Objection!
Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth, after all. I was also by your law. It was also by your law that we came to the whole season conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which only privately prosecuted. Ah! I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say that the cover knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. After that, there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses! Why? What made you? Oh, what's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault! What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of these secret safes. What did you just say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him on the secret safe. Then that means... Yeah, I know. I had only just told him to. Obviously, it was wrong for me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it. But the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's going about the victim with the thief. And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird. Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even your risky profession. What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she has stolen upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was a self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Ah! Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Has he no honor? Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind to see yourselves out? No cracking it out! This is Mr. Edgeworth's office! But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspect to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run the show. Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit! Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. But sure. We have no choice but to accommodate his request, for now. Haha, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourself from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we will meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now, don't disappoint me, you hear? Alright, that was the end of part 1 of the case. Alright. There we are. So now we can... Alright. Now the moment for us here. Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. The long-awaited sequel that needed a localization. And the name of the episode is Turnabout Trigger. Honestly, I think it's a lot cooler than Turnabout Target. The localized, the fan translation thing. I mean, they changed a lot of the... I've read a lot of the names are very different from the fan translation. I'm sure a lot of people would have preferred the fan translated names over them, but hey, that's what modding is for, right? Anyways, let's jump right in. Alright, Turnabout Trigger. Here we go. Here he comes! The presidential plane descends from the western skies, bringing a message of peace. Let's make its final approach and let's right on Gourd Lake. Just listen to that crowd. Welcome, Zen Fa. Welcome, Mr. President. And now, sir, your audience awaits. Honored friends and allies, I am here today to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dodged my beloved nation are no more, thanks to the prosecutor's office of your great country. You have our most heartful gratitude. However, friends, do not forget, the battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. Call the prosecutor's office! Get Miles Edgeworth here right away! If anyone can solve this, he can! Yep, we finally have our English translation. This is... I think it might be all worth it. Alright. March 25, 2:46 p.m. Gourd Lake. Spectator area. The news must be halfway around the world already. After all, it's not every day an attempt is made on the life of a nation's president. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor. I came as soon as I got the call. The moment the phone rang, I knew it was serious. Mr. Edgeworth! Yep, there's Gumshoe. Thank goodness you're here, sir! This is Dick Gumshoe, a detective with the local precinct. He's the one usually assigned to my cases. How is the president, detective? We still don't know, Mr. Edgeworth. The mechs just boarded the plane a few minutes ago. I see. I hope he's alright. I suppose you'd better show me the scene of the crime instead. Right away, sir! Hey! I said hey! Yeah, you! Ruffles! Who's that? You're the prosecutor in charge of this here case, ain't ya? Want to give me your first impressions? Anything strike y'all as odd? No comment. Detective Gumshoe, with me. on now, Mr. Prosecutor. Don't be like that. Mr. Edgeworth, wait for me! Now, Detective, I'll need the facts of this case in as much detail as you can give me. Well, the scene was right here at Gordon Lake, as you already know. A bunch of people were gathered to welcome the president of Zhang Fa. Tijun Wang. Yes, I read about his visit. It's been all over the news for days now. Yep. Yeah, a few of them are. It wasn't raining until just before he landed. Luckily it let up and he went off stage as planned. And then, smack dab in the middle of his speech, bang! A gun goes off and everybody runs for cover, terrified for their lives. Apparently. Apparently? Truth is, I only just showed up myself. I don't know a whole lot more than you do, sir. You were summoned on short notice as well? Sure was. Right in the middle of my day off! I was at the office taking advantage of the peace and quiet to prepare for my next case. And then the boss himself calls you to the scene. Never a dull moment, Mr. Edgeworth. The boss? Yeah, Chief Prosecutor was right here in the park. Saw the whole thing. First guy, he yelled at the top of his lungs. Get me Edgeworth right away. He's the only man for the job. Something like that. I see. Oh, they court on the perimeter of the park as soon as it happened. You'll be happy to know. So our would-be assassin is still here somewhere. Good. Now all you gotta do is find them in the middle of that crowd before they strike again. You're right. We don't know what else our culprit might be planning. These people are in danger. We don't have a moment to lose. Let's begin with the basics. Search every inch of this crowd for clues, no matter how singular they may seem. Precisely. The president was shot at, which means a gun was involved. That's our first clue. Yep. Got our logic. Alright, duly noted. Detective Gumshoe. How exactly was the security detail surrounding the president's speech organized? Well, sir, our officers were mainly focused on securing the perimeter of the park. The president's people took charge of the rest. He has his own team of bodyguards. See those guys over there? Maybe we should ask them a few questions? If I want to talk with them, I'll need to walk over and press A. Can I help you? You're one of the president's bodyguards, correct? Would you tell me how his security detail was arranged during the speech? 2 of our senior operatives were attached to the president. The rest secured the stage. This isn't our first rodeo. Anything suspicious in that crowd, and we would have spotted it right away. I see. So the president's security was tightly orchestrated for the duration of his speech. Alright, more logic. Let's investigate further. We should speak with other witnesses and continue to look over the crime scene. We can't afford to leave any stones unturned. So that's how y'all go about, huh? Sure, something seeing the pros at work. Care to share a little about what happened to that information once you got hold of it? Bystanders. This one seems persistent, but I can't afford to get distracted. Hey, Ruffles! I asked you a question, dang it. What happens next? Well, we put all the information together and try to find connections, right, sir? Detective! Don't be so hard on the poor guy. So, connections you say, and what next? Well, I guess you'd say we connect the dots, connect one piece of information to another. It's Mr. Edgeworth's forte. He's a logic master. I give you what information I have with LB and then connect them with Y. I should try now. Just quick press of LB and we'll be on the path of logic. Alright, logic time. Alright, so the president was shot at. Security was tight for President Wang's speech, but he was still shot somehow. The event security. The president's security detail was on the watch threat for anything suspicious. Alright. There we go. Let's connect those pieces together and see what comes of it. Despite the president's tight security, the perpetrators still managed to carry out their attack. Completely undetected by a contingent of highly trained bodyguards, no less. No mean feat. This would have taken some serious planning. In other words, the assassination attempt was almost certainly premeditated. That's the stuff, Mr. Edgeworth. That old logic never fails, huh? Indeed. All we need to do is find the right clues, then make the right connections between them. Make the wrong connections, however, and we'll only wind up further from the truth. Which means I must make well-reasoned connections if I intend to draw logical conclusions. Alright, here we go. let's get this investigation started. I have to examine everything that looks suspicious. With other things, I simply need to walk up to them and press A. And if I wish to speak with a detective, I should use Y. Alright. So the president had a nasty surprise while he was giving his speech. Same thing happened to me when I was a kid, right in the middle of a public speaking contest. There I was, yammering away, and all of a sudden, earthquake! Almost jumped out my skin! That sounds terrifying. Even the word earthquake makes me queasy. What? You were listening, Mr. Edwards? I thought you were ignoring my little sign like always. Is the president okay? We're not at liberty to share that information with local law enforcement. What did you just say to him? You left on all that play power. You might get regret it. Sorry, I can't let you do that. No one respects the badge anymore. I suppose this is something of an international incident. All the more reason to find the killer as soon as we possibly can. What is the officer here taking pictures of, detective? The wicked will be crushed beneath the righteous hammer of justice. Looks like he's reading off these papers here, Mr. Edgeworth. Rose speech tips number 3. Speak slowly and confidently to win your audience around. Hey, this is good stuff. Better get a shot at this one too. Instead of focusing on that speech, how about you focus on your work instead, officer? Have you found anything of note, officer? No, sir. Nothing. No fingerprints, no footprints, nothing. That is to say, none of that's done out, sir. Not every... Sheriff Gumshoe, did he sound pleased about having no evidence to catalog? I'll speak to his commanding officer about it, sir. Sorry of you coming up through that at all. Oh, hang on. Let's just... Oh, hang on. Hey, Ruffles! How's the investigation coming along? Anything y'all want to share? Here we go again. I am not in the habit of sharing the details of confidential investigations with strangers. Dang, you sure are one tough cookie. I ain't about to head back to the chief law empty-handed. Do I know that name from somewhere? No, must be my imagination. Oh, something's... No! No! I was as surprised as you, sir, but there's no mistaking it. It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai, Warrior of New Old Tokyo. It's a popular TV show. Old, young, it doesn't matter. It truly has something for everyone. Beats me why they had a Steel Samurai balloon as a welcome party for a foreign president. It is a little odd, although, now that I think about it, what better hero to represent our nation? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. It's the flag of Zhang-Fa. The key motif is a blazing red phoenix. Wait, what's this? Something the matter, sir? You don't see a detective. There is something unusual about this flag. Compare it with the one on the other side of the stage, if you will. Oh, that's a beauty right there! Just look at it flapping in the wind! It's immaculate! Exactly, which is how a flag should look. And yeah, here we see quite a different picture. One thing in particular stands out, don't you think? Right, of course, I give up. Come on, spill the beans. You can lay a horse to water. I'll just have to move the cursor to the problematic spot and highlight the difference with Y. It's this bullet hole.
Take that!
Look closely. Do you see the hole? Wow, look at that! You're right, sir! And note the burn marks around the edges. That's a bullet hole. There's no mistaking it. A bullet hole? So you're saying a bullet went through this flag? Alright. Hang on, no. Breaks your heart, don't it? It does. What villainy could have befallen him? When it said he popped right about when the gun went off, which was strongly suggests that bullet struck that balloon. Looks like we got a case of cold-blooded samurai burn on our heads. This is sacrilege. I won't rest until the cover has been apprehended. Detective, we cannot let this vile assassin take. We won't, sir. You can count on it. Alright. I think I've gathered enough information for the moment. Time to put the pieces together and see what we can figure out. Alright. do it to it then. Get the whole logic going. Alright. Actually, I think the pop balloon and fly with a bullet hole might be connected somehow. Maybe? Let's see. Yep! Here we are. There is a bullet hole in the flag. And it seems highly likely the balloon was popped by a bullet too. Which means 2 shots were fired, right sir? Possibly even 3. The further was shot as well, remember? Equally, the hole in the flag and the hole in the balloon could have been made by the same bullet. What we need to know is how many gunshots there were. Alright. Alright, on with the investigation. Ruffles! Ruffles! Y'all figured something out, huh? Care to share? What exactly is she? And why does she keep hollering at us? Robert Necker, I guess. Seems pretty interested in the case. Come on, give me something here. We do need to speak with someone to find out how many gunshots there were. Fine, let's see if she can tell us anything. There y'all are. Tabby Lloyd, at your service. I'm looking into the case for, well, just for me right now, but yeah, I kind of figured it would be a play on tabloid. Her name would be a play on tabloid. Keep in mind, the fan translation called her Nicole Swift. So yeah. Again, I think modders might mod the game to give them their names from the original translation, so there's that. Alright, moving on. Looking into the case. Miss Lloyd, was it? Miss Lloyd, there's something I'd like to ask you. Well, what can you tell me? Any clues you want to share? How about the perp? Have they made men? What about them? Will you be quiet for a moment? I'll be asking the questions here. Dang. And here I thought I could get me something juicy for my piece. I do need to know about the shooting. Can you tell me how many gunshots you heard? I most certainly cannot. I beg your pardon. I can't just be hanging out leads for free. That's just my livelihood. Aw, come on, don't hold on us. We all gotta share sometimes. Me, hold on you. Well, if y'all are gonna be like that, I'll be moving right along. Goodbye. Wait for what exactly, huh? If you got nothing for me, I'm gone. We're fresh out of moves here. Out of moves, I wouldn't be so sure. Well, what do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? As you know, Detective, I like to play a little chess. And what does one do in chess when an opponent spots a defensive position? Why, the board offers any number of options, but some are more effective than others. Sorry, sir, but this is all going way over my head. No matter how integral and opposed defense may seem, it can always be overcome. Watch and learn, Detective, but share my opposed resolve with the power of words. When attempting to draw and stretch your opponent, one must employ certain tactics. Let's picture the board and see if we can anticipate our adversary's next move. Alright. Now, we must analyze the state of play. Y'all ain't getting nothing out of me. Not until you give me something in return. My opponent has dug herself in deep. Her defenses won't be easily broken. I can't afford to try her patience by taking too long to plot my next move. In other words, I must be cautious not just of my strategy, but also of the passing of time. That said, I can't afford to waste words either. In fact, it can pay dividends not to. If my opponent gets too agitated, if you're afraid to ask me something, will you say well, I said it already? And maybe I'll gain a tactical advantage by calmly biding my tide. Then, when I see a crack in my opponent's armor, I pounce. I should begin by finding out what is that she does. Alright, time to make my opening gambit. Alright. Like the mind chess thing. What is it that you do? Why don't you begin by telling me about what it is that you do? Sure, or I could totally not do that. You think I don't know when to keep my mouth shut? That's my job. What is it now? So you do something you won't or can't tell anybody about. Shut up! I ain't no lawbreaker if that's what you're insinuating. Let's buy my time. I'm a law-abiding, everyday citizen, and you got no reason to say otherwise. Forgive me, I meant nothing by it. If it is something you can't tell me about, I imagine it must be very poor work indeed. Well, sure, I guess. less ways, it will be once I bag me my first big scoop. Oh, what that about scoops? I see, it's a scoop you're after. So you're a journalist, is that correct? Ah! Dang! Sure, your friendly neighborhood reporter. The hungriest cub of the bat. That's the mystery of what she does for a living solved. Perhaps our hungry young cub has gathered information vital to the case. Let's make that our next line of inquiry. With the opening moves concluded, the mid-game approaches. What else does she have to tell us? You're a reporter, which means you must have been making a record of some kind. You got more questions. You gotta give me something first. That's the deal. I am not in the habit of making deals. Now tell me what I need to know. Sorry, Ruffles. Can I help you? I don't have a clue as to how to push the conversation forward. I'll have to try another tack. Alright. At the time of the incident, were you present at the scene of the crime? Come on now, Ruffles. You ain't gonna give a little me-tabby something first. Absolutely not. Then I ain't giving you nothing either. You think I'm a sucker? Think again. Alright, let's bide my time. Come on, this is my career we're talking about here. You gotta give me something. Sadly, the more you know, the more you might find yourself in danger. I ain't scared. I'm a pro. Takes more than a little gunfire to fade me. Ooh, a gunfire. Oh, maybe a pro, as you put it. I'd say you're still a little whippy. Oh, the music is still playing. You said you heard gunfire. You were here at the time of the crime. Therefore, you must have seen something. Oh, yeah. Double dang. Fine, I was here. I saw it. Gauge a report on the big speech. Want to report on a shooting. You won't get me no more on me than that. I know your tricks, Ruffles. Okay, yeah. She gave a report on the event. She must have made a record of some kind. Or I would very much like to get my hands on. But that's quite the clue as to where. Okay, we're good. You're a reporter. You must have been making a record of some kind. You got more questions. You gotta give me something first. That's the deal. I am not in the habit of making deals. Tell me what I need to know. Sorry, Ruffles. Can't help you. I'm to deploy my clue. Alright, here we go. No self-respect report would highlight the house without means of putting things on the record. So tell me, Miss Lloyd, where is yours? Of course I made a record. I told you, I'm a pro. Dang near war by shooting around this one. But why I'm not about just to head over the first person who asked me? I am not just anyone, young lady. I am the prosecutor in charge of this case. Oh, you young lady, you ain't getting it. No matter how many times you ask. Why don't we buy my time? You understand, don't you, Ruffles? I ain't nothing personal. I understand that your job is a difficult one. You do? Well, ain't that sweet? And in such a competitive field, you must sometimes doubt that you'll ever succeed. Nah, I'll go play far, I'm sure of it. Yeah. So as long as I got my trusty tape recorder, I'll always be ready to name me a scoop. Ooh. There we are. We got it. Intriguing. A young reporter hungry for success. So dedicated to her craft that to leave such an important event unrecorded would be unthinkable. And indeed she did not. She committed the entire event to tape. Dang it! This is my scoop you're messing with, my big break! Fine, sure. I recorded the whole darn thing. It's all right here. You got me, okay? Checkmate. There we are. That was pretty good. You're something else, Ruffles. I was trying to be all strong and silent, but you had me singing like a canary. Never mind that. Now play us the tape. This should finally tell us how many shots were fired. Fine. You can hear it, but I got conditions. You played me like a fiddle, Ruffles. Only the chief ever played me so good. So you gotta agree to be Chief number 2 and be mentor of a rising star, aka me. Chief number 2, huh? Kinda like a second pair? That's a big responsibility, sir. And one more thing. I want to exclusive reporting rights for my first 24 hours. Come on, you gotta say yes. What you kind of mentor would give me a star for the game, huh? She's a difficult woman to refuse. And I need her to hear that recording. 24 hours is more than I can promise. The story's yours until the case is solved. And the job of Chief number 2? I think not. Gah, they're no fun, but I guess a girl can't have everything. All for the sake of the scoop, huh? Alright, you got yourself a deal. I got exclusive access storage to the stickers. Good. Our first order of business is to listen to that tape. Honored friends and all alike, I am here today to deliver a message. The odious curls that dogged my beloved nation are no more. But for this speech, the president passionately addresses the assembled crowd, as if trying to shake off the reports of his declining popularity by sheer force of will. There's me. Can't be a little live commentary to set the scene. The meeting is scheduled for just after the speech, correct? He seems pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yagurasu situation behind him. As well as he should be. This is a great day for all of us. Whose voices are these? Oh, there were these two old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time. I know their voices from somewhere. Wait, the part where the gun goes off is right after this. The president thrusts his fist into the air as the assignment reaches fever pitch. The battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you the solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. What the? Ah! Okay, yep. So we got 2 gun shots. So 2 shots were fired. Yep, and that's all the something. Something very important indeed. It allows us to deduce the trajectory of one of our bullets. Of the 2 shots fired, one hit the president, which means the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon in that order, which as you can see, allows us to deduce the position of our shooter. The only possible way could have been fired through the flag and the balloon is... Alright. I want to say right here?
Take that!
Here. Yes, there's no doubt about it. This is where our shooter was standing. You sure about that, Ruffles? On your mouth, kid. Mr. Edwards' powers of deduction never fail. He takes the evidence, puts it together, uses his logic, and bam! Out comes the truth. Every time. Now wait to hear the logic behind this one. Well, sir, how'd you do it? Sir? One moment. Yes, It's alright, Ruffles. We all make mistakes. Okay, yep. I picked the wrong spot. Okay. 2 bullets were fired. You know that for a fact. If you draw a straight line along the path of each bullet, our 2 lines should converge on a single point. The point where our culprit was standing. The only possible place for which a bullet could have been fired through the flag and into the balloon is... Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna also take a walk. Okay, yep. It has to be around here.
Take that!
Drawing a line between the flag and the balloon gives us the trajectory of one of our bullets, and places our shooter on the left-hand side of the spectator area. Okay, yep, there we are. Wasn't thinking clearly. You're a genius, Mr. Edwards. Detective Gumshoe. I'll need to examine the left side of the spectator area. Roger that, sir. So you need me to clear all those people out of the way, I guess? I do. And what evidence remains to be found may be already be deteriorated. So I'll need you to be quick about it. Yes, sir! Chief! Hey! I'm talking to you, Chief! Oh, I suppose you mean me, Miss Lloyd? I surely do! You gotta let me help out. That's the stuff of my forte. That's the best crowd herder you ever did see. I'm proud, pull on, push on, whatever you like. A very kind offer, but I think a less hands-on approach might be preferable. Also, about this chief business. I am nobody's chief. Whatever you say, Mr. Edgar, sir. Your wish is my command. I somehow doubt that. Here you go, sir. It's all ready for you. Miss Lloyd here cleared everybody out just like that. You should have seen it. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. The chief, my other chief lad, she's seen them around. She sounds like quite a formidable character. Perhaps I should go easier on the poor girl. Thank you, but you really should have. All this running around. Your clothes are covered in mud. Allow me to pay for the cleaning. It's the least I can do. Huh? You mean my jacket? Oh, don't you be worrying your pretty little head about that. It's reversible. All you gotta do is switch it around and out to them. No more dirt. On the outside, perhaps, but you still have something of a problem with the inside. We're ready to get back to the investigation, wherever you are, sir. You're in trouble the entire area. We'll be lucky to find any trace of our shooter at all. Alright. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I see a familiar face here. You even gotta pick through the trash yourself? A prosecutor's life ain't easy, huh? Detective Gumshoe? Right away, sir! The faithful detective scrabbles through the garbage and the prosecutor looks on. Yeah, that was it. It's unblemished. Let's see now. Come to Papa, little treasures. Is he enjoying himself? Bingo! A popsicle stick. God, I love the jokes they put on these. Detective! Sorry, sir. Relevant evidence. Relevant evidence. Huh? I think we got something. Good work, detective. Let's take a closer look, shall we? On a piece of evidence from all angles, we can uncover hidden details. We sure can. Just tell me which way you want, sir. We can rotate the arm with the right control stick. If you want, I can move it closer further away too. I can use LB to examine an object up close and RB to move out for going to spot something. Just say the word. I can point out suspicious areas with the cursor. Press A to inspect them more closely. Alright, let's see what we can discover. Okay. This is a document of some kind. What are we looking at here? Presidential security plan. It's a diagram of the president's security arrangements. It shows how the president's bodyguards were positioned. We even have people's names on it. Broken Knight. So his bodyguards aren't issues of the same font. I heard he is some private security firm. But why not employ people from his own country? I know why not. Y'all want to hear a little tabloid exclusive? Really know something? Sure I do. It was over at this embassy not long back sniffing out a story. While I'm there, one of my sources tells me that the president's got more immediate hairs on your head, including a bunch of bigwigs in the National Police Force. Interesting. So he's unable to trust his own domestic law enforcement. I wonder if one of these enemies could have been behind the attempt on his life. Alright. But what was it doing dumped in the bag? You raise an interesting point. It's a document relating to the matter of national security. It would surely be highly classified. Huh? Hey, there's something else in here. Well, my. What is it doing in there? Sir, this bag. It's gotta belong to the... Yes, it could well have been disposed by our would-be assassin. A revolver. It would have taken a lot of nerve to dump it here and amid the chaos. It would be the work of a professional. That would explain the security plan too. I think we need to take a very close look at our latest find. Alright. Sorry, the cat. 2 spent bullets in the cylinder, matching the 2 gunshots heard on the recording. That proves it! This must be the weapon that was used! This part is called the grip. I've held a few guns in my time, though they've never felt quite right in my hand. This one's no exception. Interesting. This is a laser sight. It can be lined up with a target to make aiming a bit easier. If I press this here... Yep, definitely a red laser. Does that have a laser sight to target the president? stitch. That bag was a real find, huh? Just goes to show, a bag in the hand is worth two in the trash. Nice work, Detective. Now, there's something else I'd like to ask of you, if you don't mind. I need you to take the bag and the gun to forensics to see if they can find any prints. On it, sir! A good set of fingerprints could really help this investigation along. Got the results for you, sir. That was quick. You bet it was. Told the detective it was an ultra super high priority. But, they came up empty. And they checked everywhere. Inside and outside, top to bottom, sir. They even took the bullets out of the gun and dusted them. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay, now we can actually talk to the... Well, this is quite the situation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Edgeworth? Who is he again? It's Payne, Mr. Edgeworth! Winston Payne! We work together at the prosecutor's office! He's a prosecutor? What brings you here today, Mr. Payne? What indeed? Why, only the meditation of the chief prosecutor himself! His voice. I recognize it from the tape recording. Was he one of the men who was standing in front of Miss Lloyd? And where's the chief prosecutor? He had to leave, I'm afraid. He's a busy man. They let him and only him out through the cordon. So he had me summoned on short notice and then left before I even showed up. Rude. Yep. Alright. Oh, yep. You're with one of the news channels? Yep. Can I help you? You must have footage of the event. Do you mind if I take a look? Wish I could help you, but that might be a little tricky. And why is that, huh, pal? You got a problem with doing your civic duty or something? No, it's just that my camera was knocked over in all the panic. And now I can't get to work. That footage would have helped immensely. God, just our luck. What the? You look like you need a little help, Mr. Edgeworth. I know that voice. Oh, yep, there's TippyBard29. Okay! Honestly, I'll leave you alone for 2 seconds. But don't worry, your hero's here to save the day. That's right, the one, the only, Kay Faraday. Hero? Only you would give yourself a title like that. So you're not a great thief anymore? Not right now, but it's not like I quit. I'm just on sabbatical. I'm taking time out for some intensive training. Being the second Yakarasu doesn't come easy. Kay helped me on a few occasions, about 2 weeks ago when I was working a case. The case of the Yakarasu, a mysterious thief who seemed to appear and disappear at will, and who claimed to only steal the truth. Yep, she called herself the second Yakarasu, the other to the so-called great thief. Yep, that is information that's only going to be prevalent to the first game. Thankfully, I already played the first game, so... But wouldn't help to play again for stream. There's not a lock I can't open or a trap I can't escape. And when it comes to stealing, well, I'm still in training, but I'll get there soon enough. What are you doing here, Kay? What do you think I'm doing? I've been enjoying the festivities, of course. I suppose you didn't mention being fond of such things. And afterwards, I was thinking of dropping by your office to see you two guys. But now I don't have to. Got to see you, kiddo. You're as bright and breezy as ever. Hey, Gummy, how you been? You're looking very full of beans yourself. It's okay. Are you really here to save the day? Yep. Prepare for your job to hit the floor. Your best pal in the world were here only went and took pictures of the whole shebang. Did you now? Then you better show them to me. Wow, your child didn't even drop an inch. What a girl gotta do to impress you, huh? I know, right? Mr. Prosecutor, he's about as much of a dang toothache. Won't even let me call him Chief. Nah, but I'm forgetting my manners. Tabby Lloyd, ace reporter, at your service. Nice to meet you, Tabby. You're right. He's no fun at all. This one time You two can chat later. Okay, can I see those pictures? Oh, fine. Here. I took this one right when the gun went off. It was total chaos. People running everywhere. The president and his 2 bodyguards. The names on the security plan were Knight and Rook, I think. What's that? Thank you indeed, Kay. I think you provided us with a vital clue. Howie! Hooey, your eyes just lit up a power damage Christmas tree. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, care to tell the readers what you spotted? A contradiction. Huh? What now? I don't see nothing strange. Allow me to show you. This picture shows the moment of the incident. Another piece of evidence shows something different. I need to highlight the point of contradiction, and then employ my powers of deduction. First, find the contradiction in this photograph. Alright. Yes, this is it. So suppose Y to make my deduction. Alright. Now, present the evidence that proves the contradiction. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's see. Yeah, don't mind me if I decide to check my... Been a while since I've played. Oh yeah, the laser... Oh yeah, the newspaper clip. Okay, yep.
Eureka!
Look closely at the picture of the president in this newspaper clipping, if you would, Miss Lloyd. Now look at Kay's photograph. Compare the two carefully. Eh? What am I looking for here? Well, I'll be. Indeed, there's something on the president's forehead. Something that wasn't there in the other picture. What is that? Some kind of birthmark? Yeah, guy's got a big red birthmark right in the middle of his forehead. I highly doubt a birthmark just sprang up there since the other picture was taken. Did he get bit by a bug? Then maybe. Yeah, that's it. That's right, it's a big old bug bite. And here I thought was something important. The look on your face. You should know that the road to the truth is paved with just seemingly trivial details. Ooh, again with a face. Alright, duly noted, Chief. Alright. A television truck appears to be stuck in the mud. Reminds me of the time I pushed your car out of that ditch, sir. Then you just drove away and left me there. God damn it. It felt kind of lonely. Did I do that? I think I might have. You came back though, Mr. Edward. Well, left me there for a month for maybe 50 minutes? I know you'd never forget about me, sir. Of course I wouldn't. Barring those 15 minutes anyway. Sorry. I think there was a bit of control drift. Alright. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Did you like my big entrance? That I really am your hero now, huh? Well, your evidence helped things along, certainly. Hey, I'm the second Yagarasu, remember? On a day's work. Kinda wish I could have showed you how far I've really gone with the whole Great Sea thing, though. The train you mentioned? About that. Don't worry, I haven't stolen anything yet, I promise. Alright. So the whole Great Sea thing is just on hold, for now anyway. That's a relief, I suppose. Yeah, I wanted to get out there and start stealing back the truth like my dad. But I've still got a ways to go with my training, and I need to find some partners in crime. I hope you mean that figuratively. I can't be the only girl in the world looking to pull off the most daring heist ever attempted. True. Not many people are looking to pull off a career in larceny either, I'd wager. Yep, no doubt about it. If you compare the pic I took to the newspaper clipping, the red birthmark stands out like a sore thumb. That's a contradiction, alright. Indeed, so I very much doubt it's due to a birthmark suddenly appear. Oh, that reminds me. I might have to steal that line of yours. The road to the truth is paved with seemingly trivial theft. Funny, I don't remember that being the exact sequence of words I used. Why just rob a house when you can rearrange the furniture too? You may call it rearranging, but I call it irretrievably corrupting. Alright. You say you attended today's ceremony in order to gather material for an article of some kind? You bet I did. That ain't the kind of thing that happens every day. And when did the ceremony begin? Right after the rain stopped. We got lucky. If it was raining all morning before that. Anyhow, This plane touched down right around 1:45. And the speed started at 2 on the nose. What about the shooting? Must have been 20 after? So 20 minutes after the ceremony began. Yeah, shots rang out, tearing through the air that only moment before I had been alive and cheered. Then tragedy, the Predator dropped to the floor, felled by an unknown assassin bullet. It's 2:25 p.m. on March 25th, and I've been reporting to you live from the scene here at Gourd Lake. What was that all about? Sorry, just make some voice notes. Gotta get these ideas down the second they come into the old noggin, you know. Yeah, every day you get to report on the assassination of the president after all. Mr. Mag, it's emotional. It's got everything I need to write an article that put the reader right down on the scene. Did the president really drop to the floor? After the scene said his bodyguards escorted him straight onto the presidential plane. Hey, you don't can't blame him for getting a little carried away now, can you? I better take any time we should give with a good-sized pinch of salt. Stop it. Call me a reporter and all. It's kind of weird when somebody else says it. Still, Tabby Lloyd, reporter at large. Does have a kind of ring to it, don't you think? But you are a reporter, correct? Sure am. A reporter in training. Have you even had any articles published? Think you look up my work, huh? Well, that might be tricky. And yet, you call yourself a reporter nonetheless? Well, I soon will be, won't I? This right here is a big old scoop, no mistake about it. And I got the whole thing on tape, didn't miss a second. And it's all thanks to my trusty Mike, and you may even trust your tape maker. I'm about to set my journalistic world afire, just you. Oh wait, hang on. Alright. You know the Chief Ruffles? My mentor? My inspiration? No, but you have mentioned her repeatedly. Did I? Can't really say I remember. What kind of reporter forgot to say like that? Well, just like the chief always says. You gotta treat information as irresponsibly as you can. And what kind of mentor said that? Oh, you should hear her from the day she gave me this here tape machine. You be sure and bag yourself the juiciest, sleaziest scoops you can now, you hear? Wonderful. So you're the kind of reporter who sees fire even under the fanciest trace of smoke famously. And the kind of reporter who puffs out on the fire till the smoke about chokes you. Oh, is that any better? Alright. Alright. Yes, sir? Evidence is no good just sitting in your pocket, sir. You gotta use it. I present it to people to see what they have to say. Yes, I'm well aware of that, detective. Sure, but you gotta look it over too. The devil's in the detail that they say. Brought it, poke it, look it up, look it down. Heck, even like if it helps. Do whatever it takes. Smash it to pieces and put it all under a microscope if you have to. I admire your spirit, detective, but I'll stop short of the destruction of evidence. If it's all the same to you. Just my little joke, sir. Guess I got a little carried away. Exactly my word. If I remember a man who would fall over the piece of evidence, it's you. Let's go into logic. Because I think these might be connected. I have solved the mystery of the red birthmark. Really? So it wasn't a bug bite? No. What we're dealing with is something that would itch for a day and then disappear. It is, in fact, the beam of a laser sight. Then, our color was issued the birthday square of the forehead? And shortly after this picture was taken, a second shot rang out. Yeah, that's gonna do more than itch. Indeed, after the red may be even more dangerous than we thought. And that's the gun we found with the weapon used in the crime. Alright. Why would the perp use a laser sight, though? He's right. You'd stand out like crazy using something like that. Pew pew pew! It's not like you could just go around shooting lasers all over the place. No, and anyone who saw it could trace it right back to the shooter. Seems like a pretty bad idea all around. Oh, I almost forgot. I took a couple more pictures. Maybe the laser sight's in one of them. It's a long shot, but it's worth a look at least. Okay, let's see these other pictures. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Let's see. First up, here's one I took just before everything started going south. Might be more useful to us than half the frame to take up with your face. Hey, can you blame me for wanting to get a selfie with the president? Lucky for you, this was right before the gun went off. And this one I showed you before, just from after the first shot was fired. Like second shot came just seconds after this. And there's... What's this? I can hardly see anything. I got knocked over when everyone started running right after the last picture. Guess I must have pressed the shutter by accident. Not sure this one's gonna be my juice kid. And that's all of them. Alright, yep. Time to take a closer look. Let's find the picture from... How about after the shooting? Is there any hint of a light side here in this picture?
Take that!
There's nothing of interest here. Let's find the picture from... Alright. Is there any hint of a light side here? Well, obviously this.
Take that!
There's no... Okay, yeah. Oh! There's one right here. Oh, I see it. Looks like it was on paint.
Take that!
There! I see it! What is it, sir? Look closely at the person with the red hood. Whoa! There it is! Indeed, that's our latest sight right there. So that's our perp. The one in the red hood must be... the shooter, yes. We found them! And all thanks to yours truly. Indeed. That's right to the greatest treasure of all, Miss Great Thief, the truth. You may have captured our would-be assassin in one of your pictures too. Let's take another look. Our red hood said it could be another of these photographs from. Okay, let's do after the shoot. Is the person with the red hood here somewhere?
Take that!
Look, right there! A red jacket. That must be our suspect. Looks like they took advantage of the confusion to make their getaway. Luckily, we can see exactly where they were headed. Ah! A samurai dog stand! Precisely, which means they escaped towards the right-hand side of the spectator area. Did them come to? On it, sir! Consider it cleared. Good. I'm counting on you. We have you now, my little Red Riding Hood. The entire park is cordoned off, and we know which way you went. Now it's simply a matter of hunting you down. Now, let's get to our investigation. There is evidence here somewhere. All we have to do is find it. Okay, yeah. Okay. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Look here. What's this? A red button. Hey, do you think could have been dropped by a red hooded suspect? Yes, it certainly seems likely. The puddle reflects the clear blue sky. All that remains of the rain. You're a regular poet, sir. Very funny, detective. How would you describe it then? Let's see, a pool of water left behind after a real heavy downpour. Just like I get left behind after a real heavy dose of Mr. Edgeworth's logic. I would say don't give up on your day job, but it seems you don't even have that down, detective. It's a flimsy-looking food stand made of plywood, and it sells samurai dogs. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got $1.50 if you know. You're not actually such a nice subside you eating on the job. Oh, I didn't mean to. That is, maybe when we're done. Fine. When we have finished investigating, you can have one, and only one. Understood? Sorry, sir. I never should have. Wait, did you say I could have one? Yes. Why? Is something the matter? No, it's just I wasn't expecting you to. Thanks, sir. They said summertime. Now it's Sakura relish. Just in time for spring. Sakura, huh? What does that taste like? Well, Sakura is cherry blossom, so I guess maybe cherries? But blossoms are blossoms, and cherries are cherries, sir. They're totally different things. But you're right, I suppose. So So what does that really taste like? This is my kind of mystery. I think that's everything here. Oh, hang on. Oh, there's something right down there. Detective Gumshoe, can you see what that is under the stand, please? There's something down here already. Let's see. A red raincoat. This must be the one the suspect was wearing. They must have taken it off and hid it under there before they made their escape. Okay, that seems like everything. Oh, wait. There's nothing unusual about the left sleeve. Nope, it's not that on. The button's still attached. It seems entirely too neat to have been removed in a hurry and thrown on the ground. The sleeve, it's inside out. The button is missing too. Think I have some logic. The button and the raincoat sleeve. Let's connect those. The button we found seems to have come from this raincoat. It must have been pulled loose when the killer took it off. The right sleeve's inside out too. It seemed it was removed in a hurry, so enough to tear a button off, no less. I surmise our assassin disposed of their gun and bag in the trash immediately after shooting the president. Then they flipped into the panicked crowd and moved from the left to the right side of the specter. This was because they knew the trajectory of the bullet would point to a shooter on the left side. Finally, they removed the raincoat and hid it under the samurai dog stand. The coat would have needed to get rid of the coat as soon as possible, hence its hurried removal. The fact that the right sleeve is inside out is a testament to how quickly it was taken off. Yep, and the missing button. The question, of course, is, why didn't the same thing happen to the left sleeve? Oh yeah, only the right sleeve is inside out. Indeed, and the button on the left sleeve is still securely attached. So, what does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? If we're to answer that question, Detective, we'll need to inspect the raincoat in more detail. Let's take a look at the inside of the raincoat. Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir! Oh. This is a blood stain. Considering where it's located, I say the blood belongs to our would-be assassin. So we're looking for someone with an injury? Not just an injury, Detective. An injury on their left arm. Huh? How do we know that? It's simple. The right sleeve is inside out, suggesting that the suspect removed the raincoat in a hurry. Conversely, the left sleeve is just as we would expect it to be. Therefore, that left arm was never in the sleeve in the first place. And once we understand that, it all falls into place. Now, Detective, there is a blood stain on the left side lining of the raincoat because the suspect's arm was too injured to fit through the sleeve. Precisely, or at least we could say that there is a good probability that it was the case. Alright. The pieces are starting to fall into place. Alright. And we got some health back. Detective Gumshoe, I need you to go and search the crowd for a likely suspect. Yes, sir! Like that character with injured arms coming right up. You're even smarter than you look, Ruffers. Taking all the Navy pieces and putting them together like that, you'll have your man in no time. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. We're still boarded off, so our would-be assassin should be in that crowd somewhere. Don't let me down, Detective Gumshoe. Alright. Let's see. Mr. Edgeworth, we found someone who fits the bill perfectly, sir. Way to nab the assassin, Gummy. Hang on, Kate. It's a little too soon to be jumping to conclusions. For the moment, they're a person of interest and nothing more. Understood? Okay, no jumping. He's our shooter, sir. I'm sure of it. He's the guy who tried to take out the president. In broad daylight, surrounded by a crowd of witnesses, this is no ordinary assassin. Bring him over here, Detective. Carefully. Yes, sir. Come on, boys. You earned Mr. Edgeworth. umbrella, and a bandage on his left arm. Well, pal, state your name already. Doe. John Doe. Charmed, I'm sure. John Doe. A name you often hear in real life. That's correct. I know this man from somewhere. I'm sure of it. And you are Prosecutor Edgeworth. You know my name? Of course. I have been following the day's developments with some interest. Now, perhaps you'd care to explain why you've asked to speak with me? As you've been following our investigation, you're no doubt already aware of who we're looking for. So let me ask you, do you recognize this raincoat by any chance? Forgive me, but I am afraid I do not. I see. Well, I believe it's honored to be the would-be assassin we are seeking. My, well, and that is shocking. This same would-be assassin happens to have an injured left arm. Just like you. All I can tell you is that I had nothing to do with the unfortunate affair. The two officers stare each other down, their eyes like deadly lips. What happens next? A showdown, that's what. A battle of wits, a battle of words. Do I let him explain further what he thinks this upcoming battle will entail? Yeah, let the man bear. In a battle of wits, you never know if or when the other guy might be lying or just plain mistaken. But if you spot an inconsistency in a statement of theirs, you gotta present the evidence that proves it. And to do that, I'll need to first open my organize with RB and press Y to present my evidence. And what if there ain't no inconsistencies to find? Then you change tack, press for more information, see what you can shake loose. Indeed, I can press my opponent with LB. Why don't you show us how it's done, Mr. Edgeworth? Step it up to the bat, our nation's top prosecutor. Once I'm able to quietly gather my thoughts, yes. I can understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be interested to you, but you have no proof that this person is injured as you claim. My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right arm. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella. No raincoat required. So you contend that you were not wearing a raincoat. Is that correct? It is. And is that sorry? Not everyone wears one after all. I prefer an umbrella. Team raincoat over here. Isn't that perfect for when a girl really needs to move? Heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow, or shine, it's my trusty parka every time. Not exactly the line of inquiry I was hoping to pursue. So you see, I am not your would-be killer. And I'm not in the habit of making baseless accusations, Mr. Doe. Please, I am just a simple ice cream seller. Oh my. Forgive me, my wounds have begun bleeding out again in all the excitement. The owner of the raincoat is definitely our assassin. And said owner also has an injured left arm. I'm on to you, Mr. Doe. It's only a matter of time. Alright. Let's start by pressing.
Hold it!
So, you admit that whoever wore the raincoat is a person of interest? I know they are. I was able to follow most of your investigation for the Spectre area. I never thinks I could get caught up in such an awful thing as an assassination.
Hold it!
So you'd like to see some proof that the owner of the raincoat has an injury? I would certainly expect such a renowned prosecutor to have some. I still don't understand how you know who I am. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, you're famous! He probably read about you in the newspaper. I have also been observing you and your work, lest you forget. I don't believe a word he says. If I can prove he's lying, we'll be one step closer to apprehending our shooter. My left arm.
Hold it!
That looks like quite a serious injury, Mr. Doe. How long ago did it happen exactly? Oh, not long. That's all you're going to say on the subject? Well, it certainly makes serving ice cream more difficult. It stopped me from holding my umbrella while I work.
Hold it!
And yet, you don't seem to have an umbrella on you at the moment. Did the rain stop only a short while ago, just before the shooting? It did indeed. I remember because I was suddenly in UA with customers. That was less than an hour ago. Are you trying to tell me you lost your umbrella in that short of a span of time? Yes, that is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. After all, it only takes a moment for someone to steal an umbrella, especially in a crowd of that size. Hey, that's entirely possible, I suppose. I had my umbrella when it was raining, Mr. Edwards. That is a fact. And then he left the umbrella to the ground. Huh. So just one of those things. I suppose you're going to tell me that his wound ripped opening is just one of those things too? Well, it kind of is, no? The assassin's left arm is in. As is Mr. Doe's. Why, it's even bleeding as we speak. You're right, that is pretty suspicious. Nonetheless, you need to find something concrete that will link Mr. Doe to the crime. I should rather be to my own and look all over the evidence again. Alright. Alright. Save. Alright. I think here.
Objection!
Alright, the coat. You seem like a careful man, Mr. Doe. But not quite careful enough. After all, you left something behind. Something of vital importance. I'm afraid it must have to do with somebody else. The coat does not belong to me. Or do you feel you have some kind of proof to support your accusation? Your arm isn't troubling you too much, I hope. Your wound seems to be bleeding again. I'll survive, although I can't pretend it's not something of an inconvenience. You have my deepest sympathies, because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, you could have perhaps made a clean getaway. What exactly are you insinuating? As we have already established, whoever wore the red coat is injured. Now I can prove that person was you. With this decisive piece of evidence, see, Mr. Doe, there is a small amount of blood on the inside of this raincoat. Blood that belongs to our assassin. Attempted murder of a foreign leader. Calling a diplomat, they'll throw the book at you. You have the silent treatment all you like, but we don't need you to talk. A simple blood test will give us the answer we require. It takes for us to compare the blood on your bandages with that of the coat, and it will be like that. Have the evidence. Why don't you make it either on all of us and come clean? And that you were the one who attempted to do that thing the prison thing for. I am not your assassin. You're stubborn, I'll give you that. But if this were a game of chess, you would already be in checkmate. Now do the honorable thing and admit defeat. He doesn't look like a man with no move left to play. Very well. Oh, thank you, Cool Chris 9 for following. But I did not shoot at the president. What? Mr. Edgeworth, the only thing you have proven is that I was wearing a peculiar coat, and I'm far aware that is not a crime. Hang on. I am no assassin. I'm a simple ice cream seller. Let me just get off of shield mode so you can talk around. Oh, hang on. One who happened to be wearing. This is not the assassin. Yep. Thank you for that. I was surprised it was my shot. Well, that's when the spectators panic and started running scared for their lives. Now, are you finally satisfied that I am telling the truth? This your story stinks. You don't scare me. The evidence is on our side, you know. Look, it's right there, plain as day. The assassin. And they're wearing a red raincoat. Intriguing, but that is not me. Oh, come on. Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today? I do, actually. But then, why? Why does he seem so sure of himself? I have noticed. Alright, let's just press and see what we can get.
Hold it!
A simple ice cream seller, but a knowledgeable one, I assume. On the subject of ice cream, at least. But of course, ask me anything you wish. I don't know the first thing about ice cream. You know what the most important thing about making ice cream is, of course? Mr. Edgeworth. Why? The most important thing about making ice cream is to approach it with a virtuous heart. And what does virtue have to do with anything? Without proper reverence for the craft, I'm afraid all you'll ever make is sweetening crystal of ice. There, I hope that you now see. I am nothing more than an ice cream seller. One who happens to be... Okay, yep.
Hold it!
Why a raincoat? Why were you not using an umbrella? Is that so strange? It was a rainy morning. Most people were wearing a jacket of some kind. Well, I'd say it's a pretty strange choice considering you couldn't get on your arms in it, rather than have one of my hands occupied by an umbrella. I had ice cream to serve after all. And why go to such lengths to avoid testifying to me in the first place? Forgive me. I still hadn't remembered until now. It's been an eventful day after all. Eventful? Well, I hardly know what else to call it, Mr. Edgeworth. The further thing Fall was shot at. I was a surprise. Okay, yep.
Hold it!
So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots? Yes, if I recall correctly, they moved first. At least the one on the left did. You're rather observant, Mr. Dove. I am blessed with keen eyes. The names of the bodyguards were written in the left top left corner of the security plan. And the one on the left was Rook. That's correct. Madison Rook, I believe. I expect you noticed the left one later. The man is no amateur. Mr. Doe knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking. I'd say our friend here is no amateur either. I'd like to bend to what you just said to your testimony if you don't mind. I do wish. I think we have something. Alright. Let's see. I think I got it.
Objection!
As I suspected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe. You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, then tell me, how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential bodyguards' names? What? You just surely. You were the one who spoke their names aloud. Rook and Knight, was it?
Objection!
We only know those names thanks to the security plan. But look closely, only their surnames appear. Yet we all clearly heard you say the name Bassin. How did you possess such information we ourselves didn't have? Seems pretty darn suspicious to me. Well, how did you know? Explain yourself. It was merely a slip of the tongue. Another lie. He is the assassin, just like we said. Come on, miss. It's a little too soon to be jumping to a conclusion. I did know their names, yes, and the reason for that is, well, I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted. What? We have something of a connection. And his name, you think we're stupid, pal? Stop lying. I am not lying. I am, as I've always been, a simple ice cream seller. And a conversation of Bassin Rook, yes.
Objection!
And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that? It should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller, correct? Please, you are more than welcome to ask him, though I think that might be difficult right now. I would imagine he's rather busy ensuring the president's safety. But suppose you are able to speak with him, and he does deny that he and I are acquitted. How will that help you prove I was a shooter?
Objection!
If you weren't the shooter, why take off your raincoat? Because it was no longer raining. In fact, it had grown quite warm. I'd rather let my wound breeze know, or would rather I had let it fester. Is he actually going to worm his way out of this? What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Hurry up and arrest the man! He's clearly guilty. If I were you, he'd be in jail already. You might be willing to start an arrest a man without sufficient proof, but I am not. No, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. There's gotta be something you can do. Serious things here. The culprits say all to search to escape justice. It seems a quarter of public opinion has spoken. Very well. As I will clearly be viewed with suspicion, no matter what I say, I might as well share what I know. What you know? What's the angle here? I saw them. I saw another person with a red hood. What? Are you kidding? It's the person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed them just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. Their outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention. As is later being, that was aimed directly at the president's head. Something there was another red hooded person? Preposterous. I knew that if anyone saw me dressed similar to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself. So naturally, I removed my raincoat.
Objection!
So not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing exactly the same thing as you. How very convenient. I had thought you might find it far-fetched, hence why not mention it until now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You would never have believed me. Especially not if I had said the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor. Well, you don't mean I wasn't even summoned until after shooting. No, not you, Mr. Edgeworth. Your colleague over there. Huh? Me? Yes, the photograph will prove it, I am sure. You see? Right there, in front of the person with the red hood. That's me, yes, but what exactly are you saying? What's his endgame here? As I mentioned, I have been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth. And while pondering the details, I know something strange. Strange? What exactly? Come, a man of your talent should be more than capable of finding contradictions such as this. I'm afraid I don't follow. That picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. But there's nothing weird about that, is there? Think carefully. The picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. What are the pieces of evidence you've gathered inconsistent with what we see here? Let me don't talk about what's the evidence with what's in this picture. Alright. Let's see. Let's go for Lakeside. I wanna say this.
Take that!
Ah, of course! The tape. It contradicts the photograph. Ah, so you have noticed at last. What's he going on about, Mr. Edgeworth? Someone's missing. Someone who should be here. Huh? But who? Oh, indeed. But who is missing from this photograph is... Yep, Tabby Lloyd.
Take that!
Huh? Miss Lloyd? How did you figure that? Mr. Payne's voice can clearly be heard on Miss Lloyd's tape. He was contradicting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor. Oh, there was these two old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time. She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape. You're right, but she's not in the picture. Precisely. Mr. Edgeworth? Do you still believe that you have been hounding the right person? Miss Lloyd, would you mind answering a few questions? Whoa, y'all are fixing to put me under the microscope now? Alright, sure. Knock yourselves out. I got nothing to hide. Alright. I ain't like I was standing still the whole time. Nah, I was running all over, roving report style, and that was a big old crowd. Yes, the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot, and the tape from where I was in another. So quit giving me the evil eye, ain't nothing but Mr. Understanding. There's no doubt about the voices on the tape. That was Mr. Payne, the chief prosecutor. I'm certain of it. Tammy wouldn't lie to us. I know she wouldn't. But she did. That would mean she's our perp. Will y'all quit messing with me? As if I could have done a thing like that. Little old me. I might be glad to believe you, if your testimony didn't contain a glaring inconsistency. It does? I thought it was a pretty good... Seems I have no choice but to present her with the evidence I expose the contradiction. Let's see.
Hold it!
Why would you be moving around if your main aim was to record the president's speech? What now? How do you mean? Surely the speech would have been best recorded from a single consistent position? Well, see, that is, oh yeah, ambience. That's the word I was looking for. Gotta capture the ambience. Can't put that electric atmosphere down and print if it don't have much of a tape on it. Surely all you achieve was to fill the tape with unwanted background noise. Oh, I'm questioning my methods now? I don't do standstill already. Nah, I was running all over the road.
Hold it!
You were running all over. Where exactly? Here, there, and everywhere, I guess. Y'all don't know what all over means? Carla, what do you want from me? I'd like you to at least tell us whether you were the left or right of the stage. Left? Yeah, left, I think. The suspect in the picture was on the left-hand side, too. Coincidence? Because Richard must have been taken while I was in one spot, and the tapes from where I was in another.
Hold it!
So the fact that you are not in the picture is to be expected. Is that what you're trying to tell us? It surely is. I caught your pals by the prosecutors and on one part of the crowd. And then that picture was snapped while I was off someplace else. Look at it that way, and it all makes perfect sense. Your assertion then is that the picture and your recording were taken at different points in the speech? Yep, time is everything. You learned that soon enough in your line of work. So if I can prove that the two things did happen at the same time, your entire defense will come tumbling down. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's see.
Objection!
Oh, yep, the pictures, I think. There we are. Miss Lloyd, it's imperative for a reporter not to lie, wouldn't you say? You're dang right it is, and I don't lie. And yet, the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time. What? You can't prove that! Oh, but I can. The evidence is right here in these pictures. This one in particular shows something that lines up precisely when you were making your recording. What part of the picture indicates that it must have been taken at the same time as the Lloyd's recording? Alright, what part of the picture indicates that it must have been taken at the same time as Lloyd's recording?
Take that!
Let's see, maybe here? close this is the answer all. Okay, yeah, maybe not. Alright, hang on. Might need to check the guy again. Walk through again. Oh yeah, I think I got it. Hang on.
Objection!
Let's just... Yep, we already got all this. Okay, yep. Alright. Okay. Alright.
Take that!
See here? The president has his fist raised. And what about it? Would you be so kind as to play us the tape again? See, it ain't that simple. What if I were to tell you that you don't have a choice? You don't make it easy, do ya, Ruffles? Remember, we are concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. No criminal organization, no matter how big, is above the law. The president thrusts his fist into the air as the enemy reaches fever pitch. There, the moment right there. Correct. We now confirm when it occurred in the recording. Which means Tabby should be in this picture too. And she is, right there for all to see. For Miss Lloyd is in fact the person with the red hood. What? So you're sure, huh? No, I don't even know a jacket like that. That's right. From everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is... Save. It is John Doe. We have already proven that the raincoat belongs to Mr. Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else. Something that also happened to have a red hood. So there were two people with red hoods all along? Indeed. Mr. Doe's last statement was true. Wait, but we only found one raincoat. Where's the other one? Our street seller never mentioned a raincoat, only a red hood. So tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd. This whole thing. Well, the best thing about it, like I said, is if you get mud and such on it, it's reversible, see? You just turn it inside out and... Eee! Just as I thought. The inside of her hood, it's red! That's right. When the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible. What's going on here? What were you really up to, huh, pal? Oh, wait, I never even wore it that way around. Perhaps if you would allow us to examine it, we could confirm that for ourselves. And you're going to confirm how exactly? It was right up until the president's speech, correct? How much has been established already? As you yourself said. Heck, I don't know these either. Rain, sleet, snow, shine. It's my trusted Parker every time. If you reverse your Parker since the rain, then the inside should be dry. Wait a second now. I got no backpack on, see, so I can't take off my jacket. Yeah. Maybe I can show y'all some other time? You think I can use that we can get a wash with? Oh yeah. Well, what are you waiting for? If you're insistent, take it off and show us. It wasn't me, I swear. I never shot the dang president. I could never. If that's true, Miss Lloyd, your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today? Sorry, Ruffles. There's something I never told you. Something I couldn't. But I'll come clean, I promise. Let's go easy on me now, you hear? Who said that? Hold your horses. It's a little soon for the endgame. That goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor. You lost this one the moment you made your opening move. That's one of the men from Kay's photograph. Guess I better introduce myself. Interesting gunplay there. The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard. And second in command of his security detail. Eeh. Point that thing someplace else, pal. What the heck's wrong with you? Sorry, can't help myself. I'm just too much fun being this good. You're not a member of law enforcement, so how'd you get a gun? The old girl's on loan from Deng Fa, temporarily issued to us presidential bodyguard. Anyway, never mind that. I got 2 tidbits of news for you. You want the good or the bad for? Choice is yours. I'm indifferent. Whichever you prefer. Really? You're giving up the first move advantage, just like that? Whatever, you're lost. I guess I'll push out the first pawn then. So you play a little chess, I take it. Ah, fellow fan, are you, Mr. Red Suit? This is the name, Edgeworth. And you can say I dabble. Duly noted, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, I'll start with the good news. The president's okay. Didn't suffer so much as a scratch. You didn't? That's a relief. Surely for the young lady here, I mean there's no longer a murder charge on the table. It is good news, huh, Tubby? Yeah, cause I never... Now for the bad news. The only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did, anyhow. Our boss. Put himself in the line of fire. You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook. Yeah, it's game over for him. Hmm? No way! Rook is dead? A genuine loss. So, you're saying that Tabby... Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague, my brother-in-arms. Ah, heck no, I didn't do it. I didn't kill anybody. I could never. I'd shut my mouth if I were you, murderer. Sure, we did had to. Sacrifice one of our pieces to protect the king. But to lose someone like him during a castling, it's a real shame. Castling? What's that even mean? It's a chess term. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where Rook switches places with the king. And why did he just say so? Mr. Knight, was it? Yeah. What? We'll need to see the victim's body right away. And if possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions. Sorry, no can do. And why not? That's the third piece of news. It's the piece you're gonna like the least. I thought you said there were only 2. The National Police Force of Deng Fa will be handling things from here. What? You better be kidding, pal! This investigation was assigned to us. We're not about to hand it over. You're the Edgeworth, right? The one who solved the Yagarasu case. The president mentioned you. I'm honored to have warranted his attention. Makes sense that the chief prosecutor would assign this one to you. Wait, did the chief assign me to appease the president? That was a mistake, a big one. You should have given the case to somebody with a spine. You're free to take it up with President Wang if you enjoy diplomatic incidents, that is. Ah! You're going. We'll continue this on the presidential plate. No, No. I never did nothing, I swear. We can't do this our way if you like. But in Deng Fa, just serve one way or the other. Ruffles, come on, you gotta help me out here, please. Miss Lloyd. She was the one in the red hood. There's no denying that now. But I can't help feeling we still don't know the whole truth behind this case. I'm innocent. You gotta believe me. Can I really let this happen? Is this really how it ends? The look in her eyes, the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her. This is no act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared. If I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened. Yee! What? Huh? What the? Get your filthy hands off of! Quiet now? Is that really a way to greet me? Your neck has barely begun to heal and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. What? It's you! Ah, so you do remember. What do you think you're doing, pal? Put the knife down and give it up. You got some nerve for a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers? Don't even think about it. You don't stand a chance against this guy. Who are you really, Mr. Doe? Let's just say that I'm no simple ice cream seller. Guy's a pro, a hitman. His name's Charlie the Killer. The Killer? Yep, There's not a legal professional in the country who doesn't know that name. An assassin capable of taking down any target, any place, any time. This is the first time our paths have crossed. It's been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. But of course, this is the first time we've met face to face. You're the assassin we've been looking for! In a sense, yes. Sir, someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract did indeed specify that I was to assassinate President Wang. I swear I've seen his picture in one of my old files before, but... how could I have been so careless? My man proved useful for bringing the knife to a park undetected, but I'm Italian, sir, in other regards. You didn't bring a gun? Now, shall we play a little game, Mr. Knight? I know how fond you are of such diversions. The things must be a high order for it to be filed, of course. Shall we wager, say, your life? What do you want from me? I would like for you to allow Mr. Edwards to remain in charge of the case. What? What are you up to, killer? I would really like our mutual friend to see things through to their conclusion. Huh? But why? Aston Rook was a man of great skill, one with whom I felt a certain connection. It is only right that the truth behind his death be brought to light. With Mr. Rook's departure, it is now yours to investigate, is it not, Mr. Knight? I'm simply asking you to transfer that to the authorities, Mr. Edwards. It's not something that would lose your life over, surely. You're just using the investigation as an excuse to get close to the president. I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need to enter the presidential plane. You think I'm gonna let you near him? I'm his chief bodyguard. Are you? And here I thought you were only second in command. Rook's that route. That means I'm number one. I wonder if you have what it takes to step into such capable shoes. You? Of course I do. I'm cleared out. Me! If that is indeed the case, I would ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. Leniently throw away your life, or will you allow the investigation to continue? Is he really doing this to gain access to the president? Does he even need to? What is he plotting? You have no objection to that choice, Mr. Edwards? Come, let's continue the investigation. What do we do, sir? You see, we have a little choice but to do as we're told. That said, listen, detective, and listen well. I'll buy some time as I investigate. Meanwhile, you gather the other officers. Have them surround the plane and make absolutely certain that there is no way he can escape. Yes, sir! You got it! Alright, and that's the end of that part, then. Alright. Hang on. Let's see. Alright, yep. Hang on. I'm trying to figure out how to delete a save file. Probably will have to wait until the full version comes out. But anyways, that's going to be the end of the stream. Thank you for attending. But that'll have to be the end of it. Until then, I am Audi 5000.